evening all. The house behind me, back in Victorian times, was the scene of a murder. A murder that could probably have been avoided had there been a pillar box. Here we have a Victorian pillar box. They were originally green, but only for a very short while. Since then they have always been red, right up to the present day. Back then, if you wished to send a letter, it had to be taken to a stagecoach depot, or to an inn where stagecoaches would stop to pick up passengers. Places where respectable ladies would not go unaccompanied. Hence, if a female wanted to send a letter, she had to rely on her father or husband to send a letter for her. This left females at the mercy of a male-dominated society. The maid was charged with the murder. Here she is, telling her own story.
Now, girl, tell us in your own words what happened.
My usual job was to wake Miss Anna, but on this particular morning, to my surprise, she was already up and dressed. Good morning, Miss Anna.
And what a lovely morning it is.
I assume the party last evening was a success.
Oh my, yes, such a wonderful party. Oh, how we danced and danced. And such a wonderful, exciting young man.
Will the young gentleman be coming to call?
No, unfortunately he had to return to Oxford. He's catching the early stagecoach this morning, but he has asked me to write to him.
Oh dear.
Why, oh dear?
Well, your father will have to send the letter for you.
And you think that will be a problem? No, I shouldn't think so. Father will be glad to see me married and off his hands.
Oh, you know how strict he can be.
No, it should be all right. Anyway, I've already written the letter. Can you leave it in the tray in the hall ready for sending?
If you say so, Miss Anna, but...
But what?
Well, do you not think you should discuss it first with your parents?
No, that won't be necessary. Just leave it in the hall as I asked.
Very good, Miss Anna. Well, later that morning, as I was about my chores, the master stopped me in the hallway.
You girl, who put this letter here?
I did, sir.
And who might you be writing to?
No one, sir.
Then whose letter is it?
Well, Miss Anna asked me to leave it there, sir, replied rather nervously. I have seen him lose his temper before. Always not a man with whom you want to cross. With that, he crumpled it up and threw it on the floor and stormed off. Well, I retrieved the letter and I took it up to Miss Anna's room. As soon as she saw the crumpled letter in my hand, she broke down in tears, threw herself face down on the bed, sobbing. Eventually she sat up, full of determined pride.
I will take it to the stagecoach depot myself.
Oh, no, miss. Stagecoach stops are no place for a genteel lady such as yourself, miss. Well, unescorted ones, that is.
Would you take it for me? Would you, please?
Oh, be more than my job's worth, miss. And if I was to lose my position and be turned out without a reference, oh, well, I just wouldn't be able to get another position, miss.
Who would know? Certainly my father would have no way of finding out. Oh, please say you will.
So I gave in to her pleadings and did as she asked. 2 weeks later I was in the kitchen washing dishes. I was just drying cutlery as the master stormed in, waving an open letter in his hand.
You sent that letter after all, defying my orders.
Miss Anna's letter? Oh, but how would you know she sent one, sir?
This letter, addressed to her. My dear Anna, I was so very pleased to receive your letter. Pack your things and get out of my house, immediately.
And a reference?
Reference? You'll get no damned reference from me. Out into the street with you, you gutter snipe, defying my authority, and the cheek asking for a reference.
Oh, I was only doing as Miss Anna instructed me, sir.
I am the master in this house. You do as I say.
Oh, but sir, putting me out without a reference, it's a death sentence. I shall be dead within 6 months, of hunger or cold. It's a death sentence.
You should have thought of that before defying my authority.
Sir, before leaving I should return sir's property.
What property?
This carving knife.
You have been found guilty, but due to the extenuating circumstances and pleas on your behalf by the victim's family, we have commuted the death penalty to 10 years servitude in the penal colony in New South Wales.
But you will see from our little tale that the humble Pillarbox, when it was first introduced back in 1855, became a superhighway of communication for respectable ladies, giving them the freedom that they had never known before. Ironically, 2 weeks after she had sailed for Australia, a pillarbox was erected at the corner of their street. Evening all.